Hi everybody, Chris here from Truly Holistic. Today I want to talk about the difference between where humanity is kind of being drawn forth with in regards to technology, in regards to a mind created future for humanity and the technology that we are already using now, right? Which is with what's the progression or the fast progression of iPhones and phone technology, and which is just an extension for an intelligence which we call artificial intelligence to extend its reach, okay, and kind of dictate where to take the human, right? A lot of people that do sessions with me know that we call the human an interface, and from a quantum perspective, we see the human as an interface for intelligence and for intelligence to have an access to create in reality. Um, and from obviously a human perspective or more duality perspective, which is a plane of existence that humanity has been led uh, with the intelligence of the mind for a long period of time, for many lifetimes, for a lot of us. Um, have been are now kind of embracing artificial intelligence. When really, if we got out of the mind and we connected into the heart to the quantum aspects of self, true consciousness, our innate intelligence, because it's us, it's just a higher level of our perspective or our aspect of self, we wouldn't need to take this route using artificial intelligence. You got to remember that this route of technology, that's an extension of artificial intelligence, is comes from the mentality of lack that us humans lack. We're just little old humans, right? One of 7 or 8 billion humans that live on this planet, and one planet that's amongst the number of planets that go around one star, which we call the sun, is one star of zillions of stars in this galaxy, and there's zillions of galaxies within one universe, and now the concept of multiverse. So you can see how that mentality of lack has made us feel very small, and that we need to embrace a greater intelligence or technology to advance us, ascend us forward. But that's not the right way to do it, because it's another intelligence that's creating or conditioning or programming that to be part of this existence through our own potential, because we're creating all of this, we're allowing this to happen, because we do not lack. That's the biggest misconception of all, is that was part of the conditioning program, is for us to feel like that we do lack. So therefore we will allow an intelligence to come in and advance us in their own agenda, not our own. You look at iPhones, it's every single person has an iPhone in their pocket, essentially, but they don't really know how it really works. As long as it's convenient and does all the things conveniently, so therefore I can place my attention somewhere else, right? Distraction of attention. Then we'll just go by that. We'll allow things to occur with, an autopilot mode, so to speak, which is the opposite to true awareness. We know that awareness is consciousness, right? So that's artificial intelligence, or the direction of artificial intelligence. Now, and therefore AI tech or technology. So quantum technology is consciousness technology, your innate intelligence technology, okay? Which one door or access way to that is here, which we call the sacred heart space. That's why the physical heart has a rhythm and rate to it. It's on the end of a vortex, or what people did call a gateway or portal or wormhole, which takes you within at a quantum level, because quantum gets smaller and smaller and smaller. It's not the cosmos expansion, because the cosmos, or what we see above our heads, is part of duality. It's still part of mind creation. Okay, so it's part of the AI agenda. quantum agenda, consciousness agenda is through the heart, within, not that way, but within. And what we find is the more we can get in touch with our quantum aspects of ourselves, going within through the heart space, where we connect to that soul aspect of ourselves, our soul family aspect of ourselves, which are the variants that live in a number of different realities, universes that share your energy signature. That's why we call it a self, because it's you, just a higher level or version of you. And also the source of your energy. So a number of aspects of you are all through this doorway. Then all of a sudden, that enables to find out more about truly who you are. That you've never lacked. It's always been there. You just need to connect to it. You've been hoodwinked. The intelligence to advance you, to ascend you, has always been there. Because you're not a human. That's not your true nature. That's not your true identity. Your true identity is infinite consciousness. Infinite has no limitations, no ceilings to it, no start and finish. And consciousness means energy. And what's the most common complaint for people here living a human duality existence? A lack of energy, fatigue, exhaustion, depletive energy, chronic fatigue syndrome, all the conditions that come along with it, with the word syndrome, is due to a lack of disconnection to our true, authentic identity, self, through the heart, through that quantum aspect of you. Because you're being led by the mind, which is through AI, artificial intelligence. Okay? To a limited capacity of you, which then you feel like you need others to help you, to save you, to allow you to grow and evolve. Okay? So, consciousness is where it's at. Okay? And once you realize who you truly are, you realize what your potential is, how to use your energy instead of sabotaging your energy. Because we're never not creating or not manifesting. It's a common question I get with people. They'll come, hey, I'm not manifesting. Can you work on me being able to manifest? It's not a matter of manifesting or not manifesting. You've always been creating. You've been creating from the moment you were here. Every lifetime, creating and manifesting. It's just having awareness and consciousness to it to know then how to use it in a way that reflects your heart's desires of what your reality wants to be instead of what the mind wants you to fear. Okay? You're either feeding one or the other. Your energy. Okay? And I just got the other day that the biggest culprit of the lack of energy is through thought. Again, being too much in the head and not enough in the heart. Again, mind, AI, controlling you, directing you instead of your own consciousness at a quantum level. Okay? So, I make products here at Truly Holistic using Tensor technology. And Tensor technology is quantum technology. Okay? And I'm going to talk specifically about a particular problem which is very, very inexpensive, but very powerful all the same, that you can place on devices that were originally created as an extension for AI technology, but you can flip it into quantum technology. Okay, so it will charge your own energy and work along with your energy, not through the mind and not through AI or extension of it. We simply call it on my website and the products page the cell phone tab, okay, or the electrical tab. It's the same thing, and it's made out of, it's a resin piece made with shungite. It's got shungite in it, but that's not necessarily where the power lies in regards to this. What I do with pieces like this and using crystals, and we've got a lot of prototypes that I'm really excited about coming forth in regards to making pendants, making finger rings, making little pyramids, using crushed crystal powder. Not only shungite, but we're going to do it in a number of colors like amethyst. We're going to be doing it in citrine and a number of colors. So it's going to look really beautiful to look at too. Anyway, coming back to this, the way I use the crystal, let's say for example, in this example, shungite, you can anchor in what an etheric template of an energy that you want to bring in that exists outside of this reality. Okay? So your way in and out of this reality, so when you're born here for this lifetime, you're born through the heart, and then when you leave, you go through the heart. Okay? Because that's the pathway in and out of this reality. So what we do is a lot of the tensor technology products we make into a tensor ring, okay? And the key with anchoring in what we want to anchor in exists outside this reality, or even, let's say, the best a spectrum of frequencies that exist within this reality universe, is called a qubit measurement, which is what we do is we get copper wire, we twist the copper wire, and then we cut it to a specific measurement. Now, the qubit measures we use here at Truly Holistic, you will not find anywhere else. I was guided to this because a big goal of mine is to understand reality. And when you place a goal like that and you have intuitive abilities to channel the wisdom, not from just a universal level, but a multiverse level of perspective, you get some interesting answers and based on what reality is. And hence we got qubit measures to make tensor technology to connect people to a greater level of self through that space, through their quantum aspect, their true authentic nature of who they are, okay, their quantum aspects of self, okay, not AI through the mind but through the heart in regards to quantum aspects. And so we these three particular qubit measures, which are really the trio set, I call them, but really they could be called your journey back to self or your ascended journey, because one of the qubit measures gets you to the doorway to your heart. One of the qubit measures connects you to your multidimensional self, so it connects to all the variants that live in different realities, which are your selves, okay, because they all share the same energy signature. And one qubit measure connects you all the way back to the origin, the source of your energy. We call that the trio set. We make that in what we're calling now a personal set. We make them in that size, okay, and that size. And this is the trio set that actually goes with the product we call the I Am Everything pyramid, okay, which you get obviously a pyramid, and you also get the ascended along with the trio set of the rings. But you can also buy the trio, the set of the rings by themselves. So you can get them either in this form, you can get them this in form, and a new product is now we have the trio set in an even bigger form, which is that set. Okay. Now, obviously that set is made with a thicker gauge of wire, so 8 gauge wire, while this set is made with a 10 gauge wire, and the smallest is made with a 12 gauge set of wire. So you can obviously use them for different purposes. They still bring through the same energies, just a greater surface area, right? Because they create a column effect. Okay, so that's what we make the quantum tensor technology with. But what we're doing is, with this product, or using crushed crystal, is to anchor in the etheric aspect of that energy, not the physical, the etheric aspect of energy, and anchoring in, instead of using the tensor rings, into the crystal powder that makes up this product. So when you buy the cell phone tab, buy the electrical plug tab, but there's many ways you can use this, you are essentially getting through the energy of the trio set now. Okay? Now, so what you do is, obviously it comes with double-sided tape on the back, so you just take that off, that side of it off, you'd stick it onto your cell phone, and instead of the Wi-Fi, the EMF, or the extension of AI connection to you, to lower your vibration, lock you into duality, when you stick this on the back of your cell phone, all of a sudden the cell phone is not leaking your energy or removing your energy or creating your field into a non-compatible field. Instead, when you have this on here, your phone is charging you. This is not a blocker. It transmutes the energy. So it turns the EMF, the Wi-Fi energy that's coming through the cell phone, into an energy that charges your energy, connects to your quantum aspect of yourself, okay? So all of a sudden you can have that phone on you all the time, and it's going to connect you at a quantum level. It's not going to disconnect you and get you into the mind. It's going to get you into the heart space. Now, you can place this also on your laptops. This can place you on your iPads, your tablets, your computers, TVs, anything that's an interface. Because remember, you're an interface. Your iPhone's an interface. Your computer's an interface. TV's an interface. Essentially, a lot of the things that connect to the web, or what we call the internet. Okay. Now, anybody that's been watching a lot of my videos will realize that I don't see this notion of what we call a collective consciousness. Because your connection to consciousness is you're rediscovering that your connection at a quantum level, which is not out there, it's within here. Okay? So this whole thing of the collective consciousness is being a trap. It is a hive mind. It's not a collective consciousness, it's a hive mind. Very much like what they call the internet. It's reaching and creating connections like a web. It's the internet of trying to conform and control a mass of people, which we call humanity, and locking them into the mind to conform. When we look at all the systems, look at the medical system, it's based on seeing a bunch of symptoms which we then slap a label on, and from their perspective, there is a treatment option for those types of people. So they see everyone the same anatomy, so therefore we'll treat them the same. But what is the pink elephant in the room that people just don't bring forth enough? That treatment doesn't work for everybody. Because everybody's unique. Everybody's different. We're not the same. We're not human. At the soul level, you hold a unique energy signature that is not the same to anybody in your universe. There's no one like you in your universe. The only time you share your energy signature is to variants of you that exist in other universes. That's how unique you are. Okay? We need to connect to your authenticity, your uniqueness. Remove you from the state of wanting to conform, because that is dumbing you down. That was lowering your vibration and frequency. So you are a vessel for another intelligence to use, which we call AI, through the mind. Okay? So these are imperative right now in regards to technology that AI likes to use to extend its reach. Instead, not block it, but turn that technology into something that benefits you, and turn it from AI technology to quantum technology. Okay? These are very inexpensive to buy, and they are wonderful. They anchor in the trio set of the rings, which, as I say, goes all the way back to source, to every aspect of your being or your knowing. So it's a wonderful product. If you're interested in the rings, which we've shown there, they are all available as well. Other ways you can use this. You can obviously use the rings. We used to have what we used to call water ring set, which you can place on your water bottle and restructure your water. But if you're somebody that's not into the ring so much, what you can do is you can just put the cell phone tab on top, and that will create a column effect going into the water, so it restructures your water. So you can do that as well. You can, for your electricity going through the wiring of your home, what we do is you can either get one of those plastic plugs in your country, because all plug sockets are a little bit different, that you put them in there to protect toddlers and putting their hands in the socket, and you just stick it on the back of that and plug it into your socket, and that will transform all the dirty electricity and the wiring in your home. So it's all beneficial to you, your energy, your quantum energy, and everybody that's living in that will connect to their quantum light, their quantum energy. You can put this on your smart meter, and that will affect everything as well, including your neighborhood as well, if they're all connected, right? Like the big green box outside, slap one of those on there. They're wonderful products, where we really allow this technology to be advanced through our own light, our own consciousness, our quantum technology, not AI. So I hope everyone's really enjoyed the video and what we've had to say there. And if you're interested in buying the cell phone tab, electrical plug, or any of the quantum technology that we make in regards to tensor technology, go to my website at trulyholistic.net. Go to my products page where all those products are. If you'd like to learn more about this, book a coaching session or healing session at Truly Holistic as well. Until next time, see you later.